Good morning, everybody. I will make a very, very brief presentation, and then Director Research will give you a more detailed presentation about the state of the economy. In the yesterday's meeting, the Monetary Board has decided to reduce the policy interest rates of the central bank by 50 basis points. This action by the Monetary Board is intended to affirm its accommodative monetary policy stance and also cause a further reduction in the cost of funds faced by financial institutions, thereby allowing them to pass the benefit of reduced cost of funds to the economy. The board took into consideration several macroeconomic developments in making this decision. On the inflation front, the recent acceleration of inflation, particularly at the national level, has been a concern. However, there were several factors to suggest that this acceleration in inflation is going to be short-lived. This acceleration was caused by food inflation rather than any overheating of the economy. Domestic supply conditions are already gradually improving. CCPI-based inflation has continued to remain within the 4 to 6% range, which we are targeting. Core inflation, which better reflects demand conditions, has decelerated. Projections indicate that inflation is well anchored at envisaged levels. Growth has remained subdued. Economic growth in 2019 is likely to be around 2.6%. There has been a notable improvement in business confidence caused by political stability and targeted measures taken by authorities to boost demand. With these developments, growth is likely to start going up and will exceed, we hope, we predict, exceed 4% in 2020. Credit to the private sector has gradually commenced expanding. Revival in confidence and revival in economic activity, fiscal measures, the credit relief package, declining interest rates will help sustain the acceleration of credit growth over time. Although market lending rates are generally on a declining path, there were several indicators that the decline was slowing down. The view of the Monetary Board was that the lending rates should continue to decline, and this was a key factor that supported the decision of the board this time. The global economic conditions have been subdued. Many advanced and emerging market economies have maintained accommodative monetary policies to address growth concerns. There are renewed uncertainties on global economic activity. With the spread of the coronavirus, which has already caused some disruptions to travel and tourism industries, and resulted in volatility in currency and commodity markets. There has been notable improvements in the external current account in spite of various disruptions that the country faced in 2019. The exchange rate has remained stable in 2019 as well as in January 2020. External sector conditions will be monitored closely and managed with appropriate measures of macroprudential, fiscal, and monetary measures. This is a time in which you will obviously have many questions to ask us, not remaining within this framework. So the discussion today afterwards might be a wide-ranging discussion between you and us. Before we go on to that discussion, let us listen to a more detailed presentation coming from the Director of Research, Central Bank.
Thank you, sir. Let me try to elaborate on what Governor said. Yesterday, the Monetary Board met to discuss the Central Bank's monetary policy stance for the first time in 2020. And as you already know, the decision of the Monetary Board was to reduce policy interest rates by 50 basis points and maintain the statutory reserve ratio unchanged. Accordingly, the standing deposit facility rate is at 6.5% now, and the standing lending facility rate is at 7.5%. And also since March 2019, policy interest rates of the central bank have been reduced by 150 basis points in total, and the statutory reserve ratio has also been reduced by 250 basis points, or 2.5 percentage points, since November 2018. Let's have a look at some factors that contributed towards this decision. The global monetary policy continued to remain accommodative amidst concerns over low economic growth. In particular, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, published their update to the World Economic Outlook in January. And we saw that for the year 2019, the estimates were revised downwards. And at the same time, the projections for 2020 and 2021 for global economic growth were also revised downwards. This was particularly because of the sharp downward revision to growth estimates for India. For each of those years, India's growth projections have been revised downwards by around 1 percentage point. And the global growth prospects, as Governor stated, have been further threatened by the spread of coronavirus originated in China. Domestically, a recovery in economic growth is expected. These two charts show the breakdown of real GDP growth based on a production approach as well as an expenditure approach. But what we see there is that the consumption as well as investment contribution coming from those towards economic growth has been quite low, and something has to be done for both consumption and investment to pick up in the economy. And for the first 3 quarters of the year, economic growth was estimated at 2.6%. These for 2019, first 3 quarters. And as Governor stated, we expect for the entire year 2019 also growth to be around 2.6%. Headline inflation has accelerated in December 2019 owing to domestic supply disruptions. CCPI-based year-on-year headline inflation accelerated from 4.4% in November to 4.8% in December. And NCPI-based or national CPI-based inflation accelerated sharply from 4.1% in November to 6.2% in December. This acceleration was mainly because of food inflation. The two charts here show the rise in food inflation in the past few months. In the NCPI basket in particular, food inflation was 8.6% for December. And we see some gradual adjustment to food inflation going forward. This is a chart that we have introduced for the first time from this round of monetary policy review. And what this shows is that in spite of short-term fluctuations, the near-term forecast suggests that inflation will hover below 5% in 2020 and stabilize between 4 to 6% thereafter. These projections will be assisted by appropriate policy measures, and they are also underpinned by well-anchored inflation expectations. We call this a fan chart, and the fan chart provides the central bank projections for inflation for the next 3 year horizon. And like with any projection, there is uncertainty surrounding inflation projections, and this is what we are trying to show by the shades, the shaded areas fanning out to the medium term. And we also hope that the media will keep a close eye on this chart and provide sufficient publicity to it. And we expect to publish this on a quarterly basis. And this will help the central bank to anchor inflation expectations and also help the public to assess the performance of the central bank in terms of price stability. Looking at the external sector, trade performance during the first 11 months of 2019 improved with a notable contraction in imports and a marginal improvement in merchandise exports. This information is already in the public domain. During the first 11 months of 2019, the trade deficit has contracted by US dollars 2.4 billion compared to the trade deficit that we saw during the same period in the previous year. Workers' remittances have moderated, while tourist arrivals continue to improve, and that shows a gradual recovery from the effects of the Easter Sunday attacks. The rupee, which appreciated by 0.6% against the US dollar in 2019, remained broadly stable so far during 2020, and official reserves are estimated at US dollars 7.6 billion at end December 2019, which provides an import cover of 4.6 months. Looking at the credit, the monetary sector, we saw credit growth accelerating. Credit growth, private sector credit growth was 4.4% in November 2019, and it has accelerated to 4.5% in December 2019. In absolute terms also, private sector credit expanded by rupees 57.9 billion in December 2019. During the full year 2019, we saw private sector credit growth growing only by rupees 249.7 billion. In the previous year, in 2018, private sector credit grew by rupees 762.1 billion. Broad money growth also started accelerating from December 2019. This was mainly supported by the expansion in private sector credit growth. Broad money growth picked up to 7% year-on-year in December. It was 6.1% in the previous month. Market lending rates continued to decline, but the pace of reduction has decelerated. The weekly average weighted prime lending rate declined by 12 basis points to 9.62% as of 24th of January 2020 from end 2019. The average weighted lending rate and the average weighted new lending rate have declined by 6 basis points and 7 basis points respectively, and the average weighted lending rate or the average weighted rate for the entire stock of private sector credit by the banking sector is now at 13.59%. We expected the average weighted lending rate to reach around, reduce to around 12.5% by end March 2020, but that was unlikely if there was no further downward push on interest rates. With the removal of caps on deposit interest rates offered by banks, new deposit rates have increased since December 2019, and since September 2019, and since then we have seen new deposit rates increasing by about 49 basis points. During the month of December, we saw new deposit rates increasing by 11 basis points. The yields on treasury bills have trended upwards at recent auctions. Yesterday, it declined somewhat, but overall there was an increasing trend, and if not addressed, these trends could result in an undesirable turnaround in market lending rates. With these, the monetary policy decision was to reduce policy interest rates by 50 basis points, and this decision will support the continued reduction in market lending rates, ensuring a broad-based and sustained recovery in economic activity. And it is essential that market lending rates reduce further in order to support the envisaged pickup in credit growth and economic activity. And the central bank will continue to monitor the macroeconomic and financial market developments with a view to maintaining aggregate demand conditions at appropriate levels, thereby ensuring mid-single-digit inflation in the medium term. And we urge banks to pass the benefit of the reduction this time to borrowers. Thank you very much, and with that, let me invite my colleagues, Dr. Lasitha Padberia and Dr. Sujitha Jagajeevan, to summarize the presentations in Sinhala and Tamil languages.
අයිබෝවන් අද දින ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුවේ මුදල් මණ්ඩලය 2020 වසරට අදාළව පළමු වන මුදල් ප්‍රතිපත්ති ප්‍රකාශය විවරණය ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කළා. එෙහිදී ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුව සිය ප්‍රතිපත්ති පොලි අනුපාතික පාදකාංක 50කින් පහත හෙළීමට තීරණය කරනු ලැබුවා. ඒ අනුව නිත්‍ය තන්පතු පහසුකම් අනුපාතිකය 6.5 බිංදුව දක්වාත් නිත්‍ය ණය පහසුකම් අනුපාතිකය 7.5 බිංදුව දක්වාත් පහත හෙළනු ලැබුවා. මැදිකාලීනව උද්දමනය මනාව 4.6ත් පරාසය තුළ පාලනය වී ඇති වාතාවරණයක් තුළ මෙම මුදල් ප්‍රතිපත්ති තීරණය වෙළඳපොළ ණය අනුපාතික අඛණ්ඩව පහළ යාමට උපකාරී වන අතර එමගින් ආර්ථිකය අපේක්ෂිත යථා තත්ත්වයට පත්වීමට සහාය වනු ඇත. මෙම තීරණය සඳහා එළඹීමේදී ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුවේ මුදල් මණ්ඩලය දැනට පවතින දේශීය මෙන්ම ගෝලීය සාර්වාර්ථික ප්‍රවණතාවයන් හා අපේක්ෂිත සාර්වාර්ථික ප්‍රවණතාවයන්ද සලකා බලනු ලැබුවා. මම එම කරුණු ඉතා කෙටියෙන් මෙහිදී ඉදිරිපත් කිරීමට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. මුලින්ම ගෝලීය ප්‍රවණතාවයන් දෙස බලමු. ගෝලීය අඩු ආර්ථික වර්ධනය සැලකිල්ලට ගනිමින් බොහෝ රටවල් මුදල් ප්‍රතිපත්තීන් ලිහිල් මට්ටමේ පවත්වාගෙන යන්න ලැබුවා. ජාත්‍යන්තර මූල්‍ය අරමුදල ලෝක ආර්ථික දැක්ම World Economic Indicator 2020 ජනවාරි කලාපයේදී ගෝලීය වර්ධන පුරෝකථනයන් තවදුරටත් පහළ වෙනු ලැබුවා. ඒත් සමගම චීනයෙන් ආරම්භුණු කොරෝනා වෛරසයේ ව්‍යාප්තියත් සමගම ගෝලීය වර්ධනය තවදුරටත් අඩු වනු ඇතැයි අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. දැන් අපි දේශීය ආර්ථික වර්ධනයන් දෙසට යොමු වෙමු. දැනට පවතින දත්ත අනුව 2019 වසරේ 4 වන කාර්තුවේ දේශීය ආර්ථිකය මන්දගාමී වුවද සුදුසු රාජ්‍ය මූල්‍ය හා මුදල් ප්‍රතිපත්ති ක්‍රියාමාර්ග මගින් දේශීය ආර්ථික වර්ධනය යථා තත්ත්වයට පත් වෙනු ඇතැයි අපි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. අඩු හා ස්ථාවර උද්දමන වාතාවරණය, තරංකාරී විනිමය අනුපාතිකය, අඩු ණය අනුපාතික මෙන්ම වැඩි දියුණු වූ පාරිභෝගික හා ආයෝජන ආකල්පද මැදිකාලීන ආර්ථිකයේ සිය උපරිම මට්ටම කරා ළඟා වීමට උපකාරී වනු ඇතැයි අපි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. දේශීය ආහාර සැපයුම් වල අඩුවීම හේතුවෙන් 2019 දෙසැම්බර් මාසයේදී මතුපිට උද්දමනය ඉහළ ගියා. කෙසේ වෙතත් මන්දගාමී වූ සමස්ත ඉල්ලුම් තත්ත්වයන් පිළිබිඹු කරමින් මූලික උද්දමනය පහළ ගියා. මැදිකාලීන උද්දමනය මැද තනි අගයක මට්ටමේ පවතින ඇතයි අපි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. ඒත් සමගම කෙටි කාලීනව උද්දමනය 105ට වඩා අඩු මට්ටමේ පවතින ඇතයි අපි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුව පළමු වරට මැදිකාලීන උද්දමන පුරෝකථනයන් උද්දමන ව්‍යාප්ති සටහනක් එහෙම නැත්නම් ෆෑන් chart එකක් ආශ්‍රයෙන් ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කළ අද දින 2020 ජනවාරි මාසයේ පුරෝකථන වාරයේදී පුරෝකථන මේ ෆෑන් chart එක එහෙම නැත්නම් රූප සටහනේ දැක්වෙනවා. සෑම කාර්තුවකදීම නවදත්ත ලැබීමත් සමගම මෙම පුරෝකථන ඉදිරියේදී යාවත්කාලින කිරීමට ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුව බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. සෑම පුරෝකථනයකදී මෙන්ම අවිනිශ්චිතතාවය මෙහිදීද සලකා බලනු ලබනවා. මෙම රූප සටහනේ කොළ පැහැයෙන් දක්වා ඇත්තේ එම අවිනිශ්චිතතාවයයි. මාධ්‍ය මගින් ඔබ මේ සඳහා ප්‍රචාරණයක් ලබා දෙනු ඇතයි අපි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. එමගින් උද්දපන අපේක්ෂා මනාව පාලනය කර ගැනීමට ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුවට හැකි වෙනු ඇතයි පහසුවෙන් හැකි වෙනු ඇතයි අපි අපේක්ෂා කරනවා. ආනයනය සැලකිය යුතු ලෙස අඩුවීම හා වෙළඳ භාණ්ඩ අපනයනය සුළු වශයෙන් ඉහළ යාම හේතුවෙන් සැලකිය යුතු ලෙස අඩුව වෙළඳ හිඟය සමග වෙළඳ අංශයේ ක්‍රියාකාරීත්වය 2019 වසරේ පළමු මාස 11 තුලදී පෙර වසරට වඩා වැඩි දියුණු වුණා. සේවා නියුක්තියන්ගේ ප්‍රේෂණ 2019 වසරේදී මන්දගාමී වුණා. සංචාරකීන්ගේ පැමිණීම පාස්කු ප්‍රහාරයෙන් පස්සේ අඩු වුණා. නමුත් එය නැවතත් යථා තත්ත්වයට ශීඝ්‍රයෙන් පත්වමින් පවතිනවා. 2019 වසර තුලදී එක්සත් ජනපද ඩොලරයට සාපේක්ෂව 0.6ක් අති ප්‍රමාණය වූ ශ්‍රී ලංකා රුපියල 2020 මේ දක්වා කාලය තුලදී පුළුල් වශයෙන් නොවෙනස්ව පැවතුණා. 2018 වසරේ දෙසැම්බර් මාසයේ සිට දැන් අපි මුදල් ප්‍රවණතාවන් දිස බලමු. 2018 වසරේ දෙසැම්බර් මාසයේ සිට අඛණ්ඩව මන්දගාමී වූ පෞද්ගලික අංශය වෙත සපයන ලද ණයෙහි වර්ධනය 2019 වසරේ දෙසැම්බර් මාසයේදී නැවතත් ඉහළ යාමට පටන් ගත්තා. දේශීය ණය ප්‍රසාරණ හේතුවෙන් පුළුල් මුදල් සැපයුමේ වර්ධනයද 2019 දෙසැම්බර් මාසයේදී ඉහළ ගියා. ණය පොලි අනුපාතිකවල අපේක්ෂිත අඛණ්ඩ පහළ යාම රාජ්‍ය මූලාංශයෙන් ලැබෙන උත්තේජන හේතුවෙන් ආර්ථික ක්‍රියාකාරයන්හි අපේක්ෂිත ප්‍රසාරණය කුඩා හා මධ්‍ය පරිමාණ ව්‍යවසායන් සඳහා ප්‍රකාශයට පත් කරන ණය සහන මෙන්ම වර්ධනය වූ ආයෝජන අපේක්ෂා සමග ඉදිරියේදී මුදල් හා ණය සමස්තවදරයන් තවදුරටත් ඉහළ නැතයි ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුව අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා. පොලි අනුපාතික තේරුම අපි දැන් වෙළඳපොළ ණය අනුපාතික අඛණ්ඩව පහළ ගියද ණය අනුපාතික පහළ යාමේ වේගය මන්දගාමී වූ බව අපි නිරීක්ෂණය කළා. මහ බැංකුව මගින් තැන්පතු සඳහා පිරිනමන ලද පොලි අනුපාතික මත වූ පැන වූ උපරිම සීමා ඉවත් කිරීමත් සමග නව තැන්පතු අනුපාතික ඉහළ යන්න පටන් ගත සැප්තැම්බර් මාසයේ සිට 2019 භාණ්ඩාගාර බිල්පත සඳහා වන පොලි අනුපාතිද යම්කිසි ඉහළ යාමක් අපි දුටුවා. නමුත් ඊයේ යම්කිසි අඩුවීමක් වාර්තා වුණද මෙම පොලි අනුපාතික ඉහළ යාම සඳහා සුදුසු ක්‍රියාමාර්ගයක් නොගතහොත් වෙළඳපොළ පොලි අනුපාතික නැවත ඉහළ යා හැකි අතර එමගින් අහිතකර බලපෑම් ඇති වෙන ඇතැයි අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා. ඒ අනුව මුදල් මණ්ඩලය පොලි අනුපාතික පාදක අංක 50කින් අඩු කළා. මේ මුදල් ප්‍රතිපත්ති තීරණය වෙළඳපොළ ණය අනුපාතික අඛණ්ඩව පහළ යාම සඳහා උපකාරී වන අතර එමගින් ආර්ථික කටයුතු යථාර්ථයට පත්වීම සහතික කරනු ඇත. ඉදිරියේදී සමස්ත ඉල්ලුම් තත්ත්වයන් සුදුසු මට්ටමේ පවත්වා ගැනීමේ අරමුණ ඇතිව ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුව විසින් සාර්වාර්ථික සහ මූල්‍ය වෙළඳපොළ ප්‍රවණතා අඛණ්ඩව සුපරීක්ෂණ කරනු ඇත. ස්තුතියි.
அனைவருக்கும் காலை வணக்கம். நாணய சபையானது நேற்று நடைபெற்ற 2020 ஆண்டிற்கான அதன் முதலாவது கூட்டத்தில் இலங்கை மத்திய வங்கியின் கொள்கை வட்டி வீதங்களை 50 அடிப்படை புள்ளிகளினால் குறைப்பதற்கும் நிதி ஒதுக்கு வீதத்தினை மாற்றமின்றி அதே மட்டத்தில் பேணுவதற்கும் தீர்மானித்துள்ளது. இங்கு முதலாவதாக உலகளாவிய நாணய கொள்கை தோற்றப்பாட்டினை நோக்குவமாக இருந்தால் தாழ்ந்த பொருளாதார வளர்ச்சி தொடர்பான கரிசனையை கருத்தில் கொண்டு உலகளாவிய ரீதியில் தொடர்ந்தும் தளர்த்தப்பட்ட நாணய கொள்கை நிலைப்பாடு ஒன்று காணப்படுவதை நாம் இங்கு அவதானிக்கக்கூடியதாக இருக்கின்றது. பன்னாட்டு நாணய நிதியமானது முக்கியமாக தோற்றம் பெற்று வரும் பொருளாதாரங்களின் தாழ்ந்த பொருளாதார தோற்றப்பாடு, குறிப்பாக இந்தியாவின் தாழ்ந்த பொருளாதார தோற்றப்பாட்டினை கவனத்தில் கொண்டு உலகளாவிய பொருளாதார தோற்றப்பாட்டினை கீழ்நோக்கி திருத்தி அமைத்துள்ளது. அதேபோல் சீனாவிலிருந்து தற்பொழுது பரவி வருகின்ற வைரஸ் தாக்கத்தின் காரணமாக உலகளாவிய பொருளாதார தோற்றப்பாட்டிற்கு மேலும் சவால் ஒன்று உருவாவதாக அவதானிக்கப்படுகின்றது. இலங்கையின் உள்நாட்டு பொருளாதார வளர்ச்சியினை நோக்குவமாக இருந்தால் ஒரு படிப்படியான மீட்சி ஒன்று எதிர்பார்க்கப்படுகின்றது. இதற்கு முக்கியமாக இறை மற்றும் நாணய கொள்கை தொடர்பான ஆதரவு மற்றும் அதிகரித்த வியாபார நம்பிக்கைத்தன்மை மற்றும் பொருளாதார உறுதிப்பாடு போன்றவை ஆதரவாக அமையும் என எதிர்பார்க்கப்படுகின்றது. பணவீக்கத்தினை நோக்குவமாக இருந்தால் முக்கியமாக உள்நாட்டின் நிரம்பல் தொடர்பான இடர்பாடுகளை பிரதிபலித்து டிசம்பர் மாதத்தில் முதன்மை பணவீக்கமானது அதிகரித்ததனை அவதானிக்கக்கூடியதாக இருந்த பொழுதிலும் மட்டுப்படுத்தப்பட்ட கூட்டுக்கேள்வியின் நிலைமைகளை பிரதிபலித்து மைய பணவீக்கமானது தொடர்ச்சியாக ஒரு மந்தமடையும் போக்கினை காட்டி நிற்கின்றது. இலங்கை மத்திய வங்கியானது அதன் நடுத்தர காலத்திற்கான பணவீக்க தோற்றப்பாடு தொடர்பான வரைபடம் ஒன்றினை முதன்முறையாக பொதுமக்களுக்கு வழங்கியுள்ளது. இது இந்த பணவீக்க தோற்றப்பாடு தொடர்பான இந்த வரைபடமானது ஒரு வீச்சு வரைபடமாக இங்கு காட்டப்படுகின்றது. இங்கு அடிப்படையான பணவீக்க தோற்றப்பாடு தொடர்பான பாதை ஒன்று காட்டப்படுவதுடன் அதனை சூழ்ந்துள்ள நிச்சயமற்ற தன்மைகளும் இங்கு அந்த வீச்சுக்களினால் காட்டப்படுகின்றது. அந்த அடிப்படையிலே 2020 ஆண்டிலே பணவீக்கமானது 5% குறைவானதாக காணப்படுகின்ற அதே வேளையிலே நடுத்தர காலத்தில் அதில் எதிர்பார்க்கப்பட்ட 4 தொடக்கம் 6% மட்டங்களுக்கு மாற்றமடையும் என எதிர்பார்க்கப்படுகின்றது. இதற்கு பொருத்தமான கொள்கை நடவடிக்கைகளும் நன்கு உறுதிப்படுத்தப்பட்ட பணவீக்க எதிர்பார்க்கைகளும் ஆதரவாக இருக்கும் என எதிர்பார்க்கப்படுகின்றது. ஊடகங்களிடமிருந்து மத்திய வங்கி எதிர்பார்ப்பது இந்த பணவீக்க தோற்றுப்பாடு தொடர்பான விழிப்புணர்வினை மக்களிடையே பரப்ப வேண்டும் என மத்திய வங்கி எதிர்பார்க்கின்றது. இது பொருளாதார ஆர்வலர்களின் பணவீக்க தோற்றுப்பாட்டினை நன்கு முகாமை செய்வதற்கு துணை புரியும் என மத்திய வங்கி எதிர்பார்க்கின்றது. வர்த்தகத்தினை பொறுத்தவரையிலே வெளிநாட்டு வர்த்தகத்தினை பொறுத்தவரையிலே ஒரு சாதகமான நிலைமை ஒன்று 2019 ஆண்டிலே பதிவு செய்யப்பட்டுள்ளது. அந்த அடிப்படையிலே வர்த்தக பற்றாக்குறையானது ஐக்கிய அமெரிக்க டாலர்கள் 2.4 பில்லியனால் குறைவடைந்துள்ளது. இதற்கு அதிகமாக குறைவடைந்த இறக்குமதி செலவினம் முக்கியமாக காரணமாக இருந்த பொழுதிலும் மிதமாக வளர்ச்சியடைந்த ஏற்றுமதி வருமானமும் இதற்கு பங்களிப்பு செய்துள்ளது. 2019 ஆண்டு காலப்பகுதியிலே தனியார் பண அனுப்புதல்கள் ஒரு மந்தமான நிலையொன்றினை பதிவு செய்துள்ளது. சுற்றுலா பயணிகளின் வருகையினை பொறுத்தவரையிலே உயிர்த்த ஞாயிறு தாக்குதலின் பின்னர் ஒரு படிப்படியான மீட்சியொன்று அவதானிக்கப்பட்டுள்ளது. இலங்கை ரூபாவினை பொறுத்தவரையிலே 2019 ஆண்டிலே 0.6% பெறுமதி உயர்வினை பதிவு செய்த இலங்கை ரூபாவானது 2020 ஆண்டின் தற்பொழுதுள்ள காலப்பகுதி வரையிலே ஏறத்தாழ மாற்றமின்றி அதே மட்டத்தில் காணப்படுகின்றது. தனியார் துறைக்கான கொடுகணனை பொறுத்தவரையிலே ஏற்கனவே எதிர்பார்க்கப்பட்டதனை போல டிசம்பர் மாதத்தில் ஒரு அதிகரிப்பு ஒன்று பதிவு செய்யப்பட்டுள்ளது. இந்த தனியார் துறை கொடுகணையில் ஏற்பட்ட வளர்ச்சியினை உறுதி செய்து விரிந்த பண நிரம்பலின் வளர்ச்சியானதும் 2019 ஆண்டின் டிசம்பர் மாதத்திலே ஒரு விரிவடைவினை பதிவு செய்துள்ளது. எதிர்வரும் காலப்பகுதியிலே தொடர்ச்சியாக குறைவடைவதற்கு எதிர்பார்க்கப்பட்டுள்ள சந்தை கடன் வழங்கல் வீதம் மற்றும் படிப்படியாக மீட்சியடைவதற்கு எதிர்பார்த்துள்ள பொருளாதார வளர்ச்சி மற்றும் முதலீட்டாளர்களின் மனப்பாங்கு போன்றவற்றை பிரதிபலித்து எதிர்காலத்தில் கொடுகடன் மற்றும் பண வளர்ச்சி என்பன ஒரு விரைவினை பதிவு செய்யும் என எதிர்பார்க்கப்படுகின்றது. சந்தை கடன் வழங்கல் வீதங்களை பொறுத்தவரையிலே அவை தொடர்ச்சியாக ஒரு வீழ்ச்சியினை பதிவு செய்த பொழுதிலும் அந்த வீழ்ச்சி அடைகின்ற வீதமானது குறைவடைவதனை மத்திய வங்கி அவதானித்துள்ளது. முக்கியமாக முதன்மை கடன் வழங்கல் வீதம் தவிர்ந்த ஏனைய சந்தை வட்டி வீதங்கள் எதிர்பார்க்கப்பட்டதனை விட குறைவான வளர்ச்சி ஒன்றிலேயே குறைவடைந்ததனை மத்திய வங்கி அவதானித்துள்ளது. அதே போல வைப்புகள் மீதான வட்டி வீதங்களை நோக்குவமாக இருந்தால் அவை தொடர்பான வட்டிகளின் அதியுச்ச வரம்பானது நீக்கப்பட்டதன் பின்னர் செப்டம்பர் மாதத்திலிருந்து வட்டி வீதங்கள் உயர்வடைவதனையும் மத்திய வங்கி அவதானித்துள்ளது. இந்த நாணய கொள்கை தொடர்பான தீர்மானமானது ஒரு பரந்த அடிப்படையிலும் உறுதியடைகின்ற அடிப்படையிலும் பொருளாதார வளர்ச்சி வீதத்தினை மீட்சி அடைவதற்கு தொடர்ச்சியாக சந்தை கடன் வழங்கல் வீதங்கள் குறைவடைய வேண்டிய தேவைப்பாட்டினை நாணய சபையானது கருத்தில் கொண்டதனை காணக்கூடியதாக இருக்கின்றது. எதிர்வரும் காலப்பகுதியிலே தொடர்ச்சியாக பேரண்ட பொருளாதார மற்றும் நிதியியல் சந்தைகளின் அபிவிருத்தி தொடர்பாக நாணய சபை முக்கியமாக கவனத்தில் கொள்வதுடன் நடுத்தர காலத்தில் நடுவொற்றை இலக்க மட்டங்களில் பணவீக்கத்தினை பேணுவதற்கு அதன் பொருளாதாரத்தின் கூட்டு கேள்வி நிலைமைகளை பொருத்தமான மட்டங்களில் பேணுவதற்கு எதிர்பார்க்கப்படுகின்றது. நன்றி.